You know, I just want to say that I'm really happy that I was not one of the judges for this 2008 event, because in the last 2 days I've been meeting and talking with people and listening and hearing what people do, and there are at least 12 people out there that I would have voted for before I voted for myself. The other people being honored here tell their stories, and I've been listening to their stories. And most of them come from a successful career which turns into a successful and even more successful encore career. If you want to really be honest, I've come along a very different way. I've come down a dusty, gritty road which has been marked more by failure at worst and mediocrity at best. As I look around here, I'm sure I hold the record for the number of close escapes from home foreclosure. I work in the film business, and I've made a lot of feature films. And one Christmas many years ago, my teenage son got a book called The 100 Worst Movies Ever Made. And my son and daughter gleefully leafed through the pages saying, "Oh, Dad worked on that one. I remember when Dad," he did, showing all the people around here all of these films. And in those few moments, they basically gave a full perspective on about 20 years of my spending time trying to figure out new and inventive ways of filming crazed psychopaths breaking into college dormitories with chainsaws and knives and other things. And by the time I was 50 years old, I was working in sports television, and I was driving large TV broadcast trucks coast to coast, taking back roads to avoid weigh scales. And I think the lowest I ever got was when I was making TV wrestling look real. But wait, there's more. And making Jimmy Swaggart look honest. Sorry. You're supposed to be in tears now. This is not supposed to be funny. When I chose to design agricultural machinery for the bottom billion people, my friends regarded it as an act of profound irresponsibility. My daughter was still in school, and everyone told me that ESPN paid a whole lot more than all the farmers in Mali put together. It was fortunately due to the ridiculous ease of getting a no-questions-asked subprime mortgage on my decaying house that the Full Belly Project came about. So my path to this podium and this microphone it was basically a series of lies to bill collectors and avoiding the bailiff. For most of the people here who have been honored, this has been an event of validation of their careers and their lives. But for me, frankly, it's been an event of salvation. These are very interesting times to start thinking about an encore career. The last 6 months have taught us that many things in this country which we considered to be solid facts have proven to be houses of cards. And the last 3 months and the election of Barack Obama have taught us that in many ways we have underestimated and shortchanged our fellow citizens. So we're at a time when it's really all bets are off, and it's a perfect time for people to get into a radically different second career. This is the time for people who are over 60 to put on those Dr. Scholl shoes, walk down to City Hall to the meeting, adjust your bifocals, and stand up loudly in front of your fellow citizens and say, you know, this plan for building new prisons is not the answer. This is a fool's paradise to build new prisons. I have a better idea. And this is a time to tie back your gray ponytail and walk in and sit down in front of a bunch of Native American leaders and say, you know, casinos are not the future of your people, but biofuels and renewable energy is the future of your nation. The thing I want to point out, and maybe I'm wrong because I've heard some amazing stories, but from my point of view, the thing that your second career, your encore career should be, it should be about having fun. You know, you worked at that office in your main career. You did all the things you had to do because you wanted to be you wanted your family to have a secure life. You wanted your children to have the best education possible. And for that, I salute you because you were a better parent than I. But it's now time to cut loose a little bit. It's now time to have some fun. And don't make the mistake that a lot of people in these sessions we've been having about talking about how you're in a hurry, you got to get a lot of things done. Take a page out of my father's book. He's 97 years old. And he recently said to me, he said, Jock, I'd like to talk to you on the phone, but I got to go. Your sister is bringing me over my new laptop computer. I said, Dad, you're 97. What do you need a new laptop for? He says, I need more gigabytes. So I want to thank Gwenifar for putting up with more weirdness than you can imagine, given the fact that I have a history of getting a brilliant idea and mixing cement in the middle of the night. And I want to thank especially the Encore people here who did a really remarkable and brilliant job. I'm the last one here, so I can just give a little more credit to that. This organization has been so amazingly organized from the first phone call to this moment now. It's been an astoundingly precise organization without being military. And I want to say it's been an amazing ability for all of us to network. I've already promised that I'm going to be, I'm in Afghanistan in April to do irrigation. It's a great networking event. And I really want to thank them. They've done a fabulous job. And I thank them very much for this honor. This really is the greatest honor of my life, and I thank you.